Hello and welcome to the Pretty Good Gaming Daily Triple. That's your no shit gaming news video. 3 news stories in one video with 0 faff. Yesterday I talked about the current cheating problem with Riot Games' new multiplayer shooter Valorant, but Infinity Ward has found a simple solution to the old problem. Call of Duty is arguably the biggest video game franchise in the world, meaning that it is constantly under the radar of cheaters and hackers. With every new entry, the problem becomes bigger, and with the surprise release of Call of Duty Warzone as a free-to-play battle royale spin-off, the issue is even more prevalent than usual. Warzone has been hugely popular since it launched on March 10th, and by April 10th it had topped 50 million players. Following a new update, when a player reports another for cheating and the offender is found guilty, they are immediately banned and the accuser will get a notification of their success. But more interesting than that are the changes coming to the game's matchmaking. Suspected cheaters will now be placed into a lobby full of other cheaters, which will, in theory, make the real cheaters easier to root out and eliminate. Personally, I'd love to spectate that mode from the outside to see what aimbot and meshing chaos ensues. Honestly, just turn this into a new esport, then maybe I'd actually watch it. Cheating is generally more common on PC since the platform is more open than consoles, which restrict access to their inner workings. For this reason, and the fact that many console gamers are getting dunked on by sweaty mouse and keyboard players, many console users have switched off the cross-play feature. The trade-off is that matchmaking may take significantly longer due to there being a smaller pool of players to draw from, but these guys don't care and would rather wait a little longer than play with these cheaters. Despite only having been available for just over a month, Infinity Ward has already banned over 70,000 cheaters. Along with matching cheaters all together in one lobby, Infinity Ward also plans to add a report button to spectate mode and the kill cam to allow for smoother reports of cheating. However, until Infinity Ward permabans the IPs of these cheaters, no real progress can ever be made. Call of Duty also reclaimed some of its dominance in the UK physical sales charts this week, bringing Final Fantasy VII Remake down from 1st to 4th, but it only managed to sneak 3rd place while it was in 2nd the previous week. This time, Animal Crossing snagged the number 2 spot, up from 3rd the week prior, but FIFA 20 has soared to the top spot all the way up from number 4. Now, despite its success and work towards removing cheaters, the number one complaint I keep seeing is the demand to add duos to the game and more maps. What do you think? Are you desperate for duos and more maps? Are you just glad life is a little bit harder for cheaters? Or are you like me and want to watch a match entirely filled with cheaters just to see the madness that happens? Make sure to comment below what you think. And next up, Fallout 76 finally got the long-awaited Wastelanders update after being delayed, and many fans speak quite highly of it. The update finally adds NPCs to the world of Appalachia, making the barren, irradiated wilderness feel a little more alive, and, though it's still not perfect, is what the game should have been all along. However, this is Bethesda we're talking about, so nothing runs quite as smoothly as it should. Some players are reporting what is either a horrendous bug or simply just a terrible new feature. NPCs can now seemingly loot your character's dead body and take your gear to use for themselves. Now, that could be a fun little gameplay element that makes death much more punishing, however it then becomes impossible to actually get your gear back. The NPC who nicked it cannot be killed, only downed, meaning that there is no way to reclaim your lost, potentially very valuable items. Redditor Lizardinosaurus claims that he lost a Gatling gun and 2,000 units of 5mm ammo after he died during the riding shotgun mission and then spotted an NPC with the exact same gun. This doesn't seem to be an isolated incident either, since another user captured the moment he lost a weapon only to find an NPC called Marion Copeland wielding it instead. Some of the weapons these NPCs are pilfering are pretty high level, so it's unlikely that they just randomly came by them and equipped them. A Bethesda representative responded to the Reddit thread pledging to investigate immediately, indicating that this is just some sort of bug. Personally, I quite like the idea that NPCs can steal your shit when you die as a kind of hardcore mode feature, but only if you can get it back by killing them too. I mean, otherwise it's just unbalanced.
Otherwise, what's the point?
But just to be clear, most are reporting that Wastelanders is a pretty decent content update and is actually a step in the right direction, so let's not give them too much flack. What am I even saying? You're just going to rip the shit out of Bethesda anyway, aren't you? Oh well, more power to you. And finally, despite Final Fantasy VII slipping from number 1 to number 4 in the UK physical sales charts, the game has still sold incredibly well despite the current Peroni plague situation. The game has shifted an impressive 3.5 million units within 3 days, which publisher Square Enix describes as exceptional. Selling 3.5 million actually makes Final Fantasy VII the fastest selling PS4 game so far, beating out Marvel's Spider-Man's slightly lower but still incredibly impressive 3.3 million unit sales in the first 3 days. However, the game didn't quite manage to beat out the previous entry to the Final Fantasy franchise, Final Fantasy XV, which achieved 5 million unit sales within the same period. That's despite Final Fantasy VII Remake reviewing higher and being a remake of one of the most iconic video games of all time. However, I would assume that the Peroni Plague has had an impact, as many gamers have unfortunately lost their jobs or are strapped for cash, and few retailers are open for business to actually sell people the game. Of course, GameStop is trying its hardest to reopen because, of course it is, but that's a rant for another time. And that's it for today. If you like this no shit format, go ahead and give the video a like to give it a boost, hit subscribe and the bell to stay notified about all future installments. Toss a coin to your YouTuber over at patreon.com/prettygoodgaming. I've been Henry Cooper. That's all for today. Bye for now.